So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Oh, shooting chance! It's hit the crossbar. He's missed, but not by that far.
Del Piero has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. And he can clear it away. And the volley. No, not quite.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Singo. Kokchu. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Knocks it into space. And he's intervened well there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Irwin, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So it is still 0-0. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for option. Neymar! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Baresi spots it and intercepts. And he lines up a cross. Keeper has taken decisive action.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And this is Del Piero. Koundé. Beckham. Tries to pass it through. He's having a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Paris Saint-Germain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Big chance, corner. Corner number 2 then. Cleared without hesitation. Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. No message. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Barcelona.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves. Too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And the second half gets underway.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything. Paris Saint-Germain
Applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often.
There's the shot! That's a sharp pass. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And this is Thiago. Thiago was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Thiago. Thiago goes steaming forward. Paris Saint-Germain can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look.
It's Neymar! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Neymar brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And that's another good win of the ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Spence. Nice looking ball. Spence is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Has a look and plays it forward. Baresi. Barcelona could counter here. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be...
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to pull level. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank. Paris Saint-Germain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So, third corner of the game. Del Piero with the short one. Played out towards the right wing. And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That was lovely, that.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. And we're done. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Please take this
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Has a shot! Riveting on! That is just brilliant!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Santos finding themselves unexpectedly behind. That's a sharp pass. And it's Del Piero. Oh, that's fabulous. Nicely aimed pass. Cannavaro, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And the pass is intercepted. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Alvarez! Magnificent from Alvarez! About as smooth as it gets. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that has added a whole new complexion. Takes a shot! Sticks it away! Now it's Alvarez. Mateus.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's the keeper's ball. Pullet running with the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. De Gea tries to clear. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Messi wriggles his way through, and Messi! It's hit the upright. Goal! Santos! And the comeback is complete. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Santos get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity.
Neymar! Sticks it away! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a less...
And it's half-time here. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2.
Live on our club's FM station.
So once again, we're underway. Oh, easy pickings there. Rummenigge played into space. Shot, great chance! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both
Shoots! Oh, that was no routine save.
really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Santos with the corner, there first. And they've got a throw. Rummenigge. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Luis Suarez. He won't be happy with that one.
This is the time you need that pace.
Alvarez was in no mood for any of that. Alvarez stood his ground strongly. And here's Messi.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Goes looking wide. Neymar looking to run onto it. In comes the corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Santos are looking to go forward now. Irwin, he's found a way past. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And Hullet! And the ball's come loose here. Hullet, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And that interception was face-to-face with Messi! He scores! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And the finish! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Mateus has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And it's hoisted clear.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Out towards the flank. Oh, this looks sharp.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Chance, surely! That is decidedly lacking. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Knocks it out wide. And the referee brings it to a close. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Neymar taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Rummenigge! It's a loose ball. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Plays a sharp little ball here. Baresi. And it's Lampard. Rummenigge. And he's away. Now it's Dani Olmo. Rijkaard. And it's Messi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Conte. Ball played for Rijkaard. Can he get on the end of this? Kante was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And Messi! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! A finish of true class! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Santos, a chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Alvarez.
Such good technique.
And this is Messi. Messi!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Finding their passes. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And he shoots! Rummenigge! That is just brilliant! A finish right from the top draw. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Yeah, OK, it's gone in with the help of the crossbar, but that was merited due to the quality of the strike.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Good ball, good take. Lampard. Now it's Fernandes. Now it's Dani Olmo. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Barcelona go into the lead. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Barcelona, very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Messi. Now there's a fine ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Threads one in, and he's intervened well there. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Schneider. Alvarez. And it's Schneider. Dani Olmo. Rummenigge. Now it's Lampard. Great vision. And this is Thiago. Oh, that's neat. It's Thiago! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Lampard looking to play it into the box.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
That is some save from De Gea! Well, there's the clearance. And it's Lampard. He's Lampard! And the ball's come loose here. Now, what about this cross? De Gea deals with that nice and simple. Messi. Conte. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, they've got it again. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Looking to play him, and a chance! It's Lampard! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Lampard!
This is a show of real intent to add another goal to their lead. No hesitation whatsoever.
He's under a lot of pressure there. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Referee has just said play on. And that interception was most necessary. Oh, that's fabulous. Looking for options for movement. Has crossed in, terrific header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Nicely weighted ball. Alvarez could try cutting inside here. Alvarez! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Barcelona have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. Luis Suarez, the man who spearheaded that. Rummenigge! That is just brilliant!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it?
He's having a go! And he has kept it out somehow.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Alvarez goes short. That is ended up in no man's land. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Aimed beyond the defence. Schneider can see things others simply cannot. And he shoots! Oh, he's been caught on it here. This time, surely. It's a goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Santos grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Ronaldinho. Now it's Lampard. Now it's Szoboszlai. He has found the way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Ronaldinho receives it in a wide position. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Messi gets into a good position. Great ball, and he's in. Big chance!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
And it's Szoboszlai. Oh, delightful ball. Ronaldinho.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And here's Lampard. Rijkaard. And the half-time whistle goes. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Make sure to put any litter in the bins provided. Thank you for your cooperation. Substitutions taking place.
So once again, we're underway. Oh, it's come loose. He's gone for goal! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Alvarez is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Lampard. Now it's Szoboszlai. Lampard. Soboslai. Schneider. Now it's Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Soboslai, and he's shot at goal! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. Ronaldinho at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter.
He's tried one! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Santos have their third corner. Alvarez with the short one. And this is Messi. And the shot! Just off target. Santos get their fourth corner. Alvarez plays it short. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Messi. He's had it taken off him. Aimed beyond the defence. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player.
He's had a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's a searching pass. Luis Suarez. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alvarez. And here's Suarez. Still goalless. Rummenigge goes steaming forward.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Driving on and making good progress. And he's running through. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Irwin. Decent progress down the left. Rummenigge. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Baresi. Aim forwards. Schneider. Schneider takes control of it and he's on the move. And we hit half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I...
Thiago! Brilliant from Thiago!
Well, what a restart this has been. A top player striking early. The perfect fillip to push on from what was a stunning finish.
The movement so precise, the finish. And Messi! Against the crossbar. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Kante does well to stand firm and defend it. Now this could be a chance.
Might want to be careful there.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And no surprise, that's a booking. And it's Belletti. Plays the return pass. Conte.
Sneijder really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Messi. Can he get it through? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And they've got rid. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to...
Sneijder! Oh, it's a beauty! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Santos grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Thiago, and he's had it nicked away. It's a real chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Oh, that's well spotted. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Thiago. Lopez. Oh, nice touch. Knocks it into space. Pass somewhat off target. Van Dijk is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Sneijder. And it's Messi.
There will be 3 minutes.
Fernandes
added time.
has created one goal already. Out to the right. Now that looks a decent ball. Luis Suarez. And that's a simple one for the keeper. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Kindly contact a nearby member.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. De Gea can get it clear. And it's Szoboszlai. And it's made its way to him. He's having a shot! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence. Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No.
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So this the chance to fire his team in front. That is some save from Khan!
Oh, once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
And this is Batistuta.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Messi. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Szoboszlai. Little pass back. Shot could be on. Shevchenko! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Shevchenko clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's Messi. Croatia look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Del Piero. And a chance! That is some save from Khan! Hazard charging forward, the ball at his feet. Tries to play it through. Oh, no joy this time. Edmilson. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Messi. Van Dijk did well to stay calm there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And we hit half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I would say, Peter, that the scoreline isn't entirely reflective of that first half. There's been a decent ebb and flow. The penalty obviously jumps out as the moment, but there's plenty of time left to see things change.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Substitutions taking place.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Short changes him with that pass. That's a good ball out wide. And that's going up front in a hurry. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Szoboszlai. Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Del Piero is standing over this one.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best...
Del Piero! That was travelling. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Del Piero is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. He has a look up. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Corner number 2 then. He'll try to keep this alive. Croatia are looking to go forward now. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Oh, that's... And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Really well taken goal. Just to pick me up the whole game needs. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Croatia have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Croatia surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 21.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
18, Szoboszlai. Number 14, Neymar. Number 9,
And it's Azar.
Del Piero.
Edmilson.
Coming on the field,
Azar, a player who
number
needs
25,
no introduction.
Karl-Heinz
Great defending,
Rummenigge.
strong and
Number
determined.
7, Frank
Well, that
Lampard.
defending is
Number
unapologetically
13,
persistent. It's
Thiago.
almost personal,
Number
and it had to be.
22, Danny Olmo. Substitution.
Looks to the other side,
Good switch, that.
into the last 5 minutes. And he's picked it up out wide. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Baresi getting this one clear. Steam and the finish! Oh, they could be caught out here. Neymar,
has been indicated.
foot in.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Khan sends that a long way. Finding their passes. And time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Hello, attendees.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Barcelona. Look, I think a draw might have been a much fairer result today. It's just that one crucial second-half goal. That's what cost them.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty He's going for goal! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Hazard, and that could set him on his way. Dixon. Fernandez. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's tried one! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Just eases him off the ball. First quarter of an hour gone. Barcelona are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. And he's So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. It's a threatening ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
Rummenigge! Adams tries to clear. Xabi Alonso. And it's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Azar. And that is expertly dealt with. Threads one in. Oh, that's a key interception. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem...
Takes a shot! And that is quite wonderful! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And he's intervened well there. Del Piero looks to get on the end of this. Szoboszlai. And here's Thiago. That's very neat. It's Thiago! Sensational by Thiago! That is a gem! An absolute gem! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by...
He rises! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And it's Del Piero. Plays a sharp chance for a shot! Messi.
Croatia
trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind it.
Szoboszlai! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Marquinhos is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Hazard. Messi. Thiago. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And here's Del Piero. Oh, red. Nice interception. Messi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Batistuta deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And here's Thiago. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Substitution for Croatia, number 21, Batistuta.
The second half then, just getting going.
Number 8, Adams.
And here's Thiago. Can he finish? It's hit the crossbar. And he's heaved it away. Marquinhos does really well to win the ball there. Tries to pass it through. Dixon. Rummenigge has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And it's Olmo.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Thiago. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Thiago. Oh, played right into his path. Decent chance! It's loose, and there's a... Oh, he's been caught napping! Shot at goal! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Xavi Alonso. Rummenigge. He's going for goal! And the ball's come loose here. And it's Fernandes. He's tried one! Fantastic from Fernandes! About as smooth as it gets. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on it, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look...
And a chance! Haaland. Now it's Griezmann. It's a searching pass. And this is Hazard. It's out for a goal kick. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. Just about up to 75 minutes. And here's Haaland. Thiago. Dixon. Del Piero. Del Piero. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Can he spark a counter here? Thiago. This looks promising. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Dani Olmo. Croatia do have a chance to counter here. And it's Szoboszlai. Just eases him off the ball. Haaland. Del Piero. And here's Szoboszlai. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Hazard. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Hazard. Time. And we're done. Barcelona have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable.